So my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds for the young Sylvester who has gone to be with the Lord, who died from an act of violence in his school. And while I'm not even here to talk about the school and the horrible things that has just been kind of revealed about what's gone on, I'm here to talk to parents because that's my specialty. You see, every child comes from a home. Sylvester came from a home. The bullies that beat Sylvester up, they came from a home. The other guys, because when we talk about bullies always have people that follow them around. So the people that follow him around in Nigeria, we call them follows. They as well came from homes. So we have violence. We have children who are not able to speak up. They've not been trained to use their voices, or they've been shut down. So they've not practiced using their voices. So these are two categories that I'm going to talk about in this video. The bullies. They've seen violence as the norm. You see, as parents, we think that when we beat children, when we hurt children, when we curse, when we shout at them, we think that is discipline. But we need to go to school for discipline now because we have taken discipline the wrong way. So your children, all the beatings and stuff you're doing, your children are not equating it to, oh, this is for this and this is for this situation. They're equating it to a normal behavior. So they go out there. Someone doesn't do what they wanted the person to do. What do? They go to violence. They go to what they know. Because at home, when they don't do something or they get something wrong, they beat them. So it's the norm for children. Their minds, their brains are not distinguishing it. Oh, it's because I didn't do the dishes. Or it's because I didn't answer my mom or dad. That's why they beat me. So now this is a different case. Children's minds are not as, they're not fully developed to be thinking logically like that. They witness a situation. It's the norm for them that when they do something wrong, when they don't agree with their parents, when they make a mistake, when they do all that, the answer is beating. The solution is to beat them up. So they go outside. What do? Someone doesn't want to join their cult. Someone doesn't want to join their group. Someone doesn't want to do the bad things they want the bad person to do. What do? Violence. Because that's the norm. That is their norm. So this has got to stop. Discipline. There are different ways to discipline children away from the beatings. And then people say, oh, but I was beaten and I didn't die. Oh, really? You think because you're walking with two legs means you're not dead? You're dead in your emotions. You're dead in expressing empathy. You're dead in expressing love. You're dead in knowing what is right and what is wrong. Sorry to say that. So please don't tell us that they beat you and you turned out fine. Don't tell me that they beat you and you didn't die. That is arrogance. I'm sorry to say that. That is arrogance and ignorance. Sorry. We as parents have got to start taking ownership of what's going on. We have got to start taking ownership of what is going on. Those bullies came from a home. They came from a family. The second set of children that would have been part of that group are the follows, as we say. So they can't speak. They just follow. The bullies say, let's do this. They just follow. If you tell on me, if you snitch on me, I will do the same thing to you. They just follow. No voice. Where is that coming from? A lot of children that grow up in homes where they're not allowed to speak, or if they speak, they're slapped, they're told to shut up. They've not practiced using their voices. They keep their mouth shut. They're obedient. I call it obedient to a fault. Everything they just do, they just obey, they just obey, they just obey. And parents were clapping. We're saying, yes, my child is obedient. My child is obedient. Does your child speak? Can your child express their frustrations? Can their child tell you when you're doing something wrong? If your child can't do that, start to allow them to do that now. They've got to start practicing. And it's at home that they practice, guys. It's at home they practice. If you do something wrong, if I do something wrong at home, I want my daughter to tell me, Mom, I didn't like what you did. That was not right. I appreciate that. I'm not going to say, oh, who are you to tell me this and who are you to tell me that? No, tell me where I'm wrong, because I'm not perfect. Your children need to start telling you when you're wrong. They need to start using their voices, because guess what? The same example I gave with the violence at home and the violence when they get out there, that is the same thing with using voices. When your child can tell you, Mom, I didn't like what you did. Dad, that was out of order. When your children can tell you that, they can use that same voice and talk to the bully in school and say, no, I'm not going to do that. That is wrong. Do you see the connection? Do you see the connections that I'm talking about? They've got to start practicing at home. And even if they tell you and they're rude about it, then correct the rudeness. But don't correct the fact that they corrected you. Our children should correct us. Our children should tell us when we're doing something wrong. Sorry, I'm getting quite passionate about this, because it starts from the homes. When we're shouting at each other, when we're cursing each other out, parental conflicts, the children are watching. They're going to practice the same thing. That's the way they know about conflict resolutions. We've got to start teaching them the right thing. And teaching them the right thing is not about talking, it's about acting. You've got to walk the talk. Say no to violence. Say no to bullying. It starts from the home. No to bullying from the home. It starts from the home. No to violence. No more beating. No more hitting. No more shouting. Let us start talking. Let us start doing things in the right way. Because your children are watching you. All these things that are going on, they are things that our children have caught from our homes. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. There's the hashtag Justice for Sylvester, and that's great. But that justice for Sylvester starts from our homes, from the changes we're making in our homes. We don't want another story. We don't want another child dying in the hands of whoever it is. Enough is enough. Parents, let's wake up. Let's wake up. Let's wake up. Let us wake up. Because in our waking up, we'll be more observant. In our waking up, we will learn to zip up when we have unhelpful words to speak. In our waking up, we will be able to talk properly to our children and show them the right way. In our waking up, we will be able to change society. It's on us, parents. It's on us, parents. It is on us. Let's wake up. Let's do this for Sylvester. Let's do this for the other children that have died because of violence in one way or the other. They did not deserve to die. They shouldn't have died. Let this be the last. Let this be the last. The change, the justice for Sylvester and the justice for all these other children that have died. It starts in our own homes. Are you waking up today? Please answer the call and wake up so that this generation, this next generation, can be better off for it. Thank you.